Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, in the year 2024, is Mariah and Tess really needed on The Young and Restless? Let me make sure the audio is good because it's doing something else. Okay, cool, we're good now. All right. Give me a tab since that was annoying to deal with. Okay, I think everyone is here. Um, there we go. All right, so let's do a quick roll call. Dave is in the chat. Cherry Ice Cream's in the chat. LaShant is in the chat. Laura B's in the chat. Tracy Steve's in the chat. How is everyone doing tonight? Everyone had a great day. Yes. Is Mariah and Tess really needed in the year 2024? I said this last year, and people kept me saying, Allison, gorgeous Allison is in the chat. How you doing tonight? I said this last year. I was like, they don't do anything with the characters. They barely show them. They have this huge fan base, and it's like the show is practically just giving the Taraya fans the middle finger. Queen of the South is in the chat. How you doing tonight? As you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. It really does remind people, got new people to join. Wow, everything is on. Okay, that's whatever. So let's run some music. Yes, so yes. As you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button. We're going to be sitting talking about all the soap operas. I didn't watch General Hospital today, but if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. Just understand that anything that wound up going on today, I didn't really know about it. So Lobby says I'm still having annoyance with the construction, but otherwise I'm fine. Oof, I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Hopefully at the end of this construction thing, everything comes out beautiful. I had to sit there and reboot my well. I didn't have to reboot it. It had an update again. Like it updated today, and I thought that was going to be enough, but apparently, nope. Need to update again, so that's why there was a delay, which was really annoying. Um, but yes, yeah. So we're gonna be listening to talk about all the shows. Days of Our Lives, Bold and the Beautiful, Young and the Restless, and General Hospital. Even though I didn't watch it, but if you want to talk about it, that's cool. Of course, I gotta sit there and ask how the Queen is doing. Gotta ask how the Queen is doing. I don't know what the hell was going on last night. I was tossing and turning like there was no tomorrow. So before I go to sleep, I damn sure gotta sit there and make up that mess, what is actually a bed. Um, but yes, Laura B says so. It looked like it. She looked like she was done. I mean, granted, she's done with Kyle, obviously, but she's also. I'm surprised she's actually leaving Tucker though. In some ways, I guess she's just tired of him going after Ashley. This love, this sick love that she keeps calling it, and she's like, "Yo, listen, what the." Alice says, I'm just here for the G's, but do spill the tea on the other shows. Hey, listen, Alice, we could talk about General Hospital. Dolly's in the chat, Darby's in the chat. No, we could talk about General Hospital. It just like today, it didn't work for me. It was just I was not going to do that to myself. But I am wondering what is Cyrus's next move. I'm very curious about that. Lorby said there was noise during the conversation, so I wasn't clear. Oh, so well, yeah, LaShonda, that's exactly why I didn't watch it. I was not going down that train. I mean, it's a funeral, so see, here's the thing. Like I said, I'm glad if people enjoy the episode. Melly Mel, my heart queen, and I know you watched tomorrow's episode of I wouldn't go that far as Spider Quake. Um, Jesus Christ, why is it not? Ever since I thought you were kidding about you not doing. Why would I kid about that? I mean, Darby, on what level would I actually kid about that? So is official. It's officially happened. I no longer feel sorry for Nicole. Yeah, it was. Thank you, Valley. It was. It was. It. Did you hear Drew's leaving tomorrow again? No, I didn't hear about that. Christ. Gorgeous Queen Janice in the chat. How you doing tonight? Hope you had a great day. Maybe said sometimes I look forward to. Oh no, no. I mean, Darby. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Darby. But I knew I couldn't do it right. So it was just like I'd rather not, you know, I'd rather not have an episode like that put me in that type of headspace. Tomorrow, well, long tomorrow is not as sad as today's episode. I think I'll probably do it tomorrow. Liberty says, sorry, Ashley, on your YNR. Hmm? Janice says, cold in Texas. What's degrees in Texas? Oh, wow. I didn't know that. And thank you for letting me know. Um, Janice says, I'm not a fan of Nikki drinking on YNR. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to watch. I mean, I'm not a fan of hers, but still. Very quick, tomorrow is a continuation from today. Boiling. Nobody says, hey Albert, did you enjoy the winter? Yeah, I'm loving B&B right now. Janice says boil. We mean hot. Janice says it's gonna be 13. Oh, whoa, okay, that's cold. See, that's cold. That is cold. That's damn. Dolia says I'd be nothing wrong with protecting your mental health if you weren't feeling up to the review. Reviewing the funeral, I respect that. Well, thank you. Thank you, Dolia. Yeah, I couldn't yeah. Yeah, that that was no. But thank you for understanding, though, Dolly. I appreciate you. Thank you. But Quick says you should watch today because it's interesting with currently Felicia Amston and if Drew follows. I'll take a pass on that. But thank you, though, Spider Quick. Darby says it's ironic that the winter storm is named Finn. Oh, oh, I thought you were talking about the show. I didn't know there was an actual winter storm. No. That's why I said I was like I'm enjoying B&B. I didn't realize it was actual winter storm named Finn. Sounds like a stupid name. Spyquake says it could tie into Jason. I mean, I'll watch tomorrow's episode. Um, but I just I was not doing today's episode. That's what I was not going to be doing. I'm not putting myself in that headspace. But Christ. Mel says, I can't believe that Everett did not walk back in Brady's park to see his ex-wife. Yeah, it's getting. That's what I said. Like that's the part where it's just getting just dumb. They haven't bumped into each other at any point in time. Alistair says, I'm just waiting for Jason to show up. Maybe Carly and Felicia will jump in to Amsterdam. I'm looking forward towards that. That's cool. Darby says Felicia always following Carly like she has a chain connected to his nose. Hmm. Well, listen, if it gives interesting story, I'm cool with it. Lashanta said Tucker really gonna lash out. I don't understand why did Ashley bother to go and see Tucker. If he's this big bad wolf that everyone's saying he is, why the hell do you sit there and keep going multiple times to this guy who you saying is gaslighting you? Billy says, what do you think of Nicole and Brady confrontation? I thought Nicole was kind of out of pocket. And how even afterwards she admitted that, there's a possibility that Holly might have been the one with the pills. But yeah, you're gonna sit there and lash out at him at the very thought of it. Like, are you kidding me? That's what I was like. Honestly, tell you the truth, I'm like, I can't with Nicole. I never really liked her since day one, and I mean, I feel bad for her in the baby storyline to an extent. I feel bad for her that she felt like she lost her child, but not bad enough in the fact that she did that to Sammy. And now with this whole Tate thing, and I also tell you, the truth, like I said, EJ is just driving me up a. He should drive me up a wall at this point. Yeah, clearly Valerie. Darby says, "How do you know if ever it doesn't have an identical twin named Bobby? Is crazy, but soaps. I'm not getting behind that." Double C, what's good, Double C? Oh, she's gonna regret that. Lashanta, she's gonna regret that. No, says, I'm not surprised that Audrey didn't choose Kyle and Tucker. That she walked out because she's incapable of. That's not entirely true. Um, she doesn't want to sit there and deal with Tucker and this lovesick thing with Ashley. He's She wants him to follow the plan, but he keeps deviating from it every time Ashley comes to the room. So I understand where she's coming from. Dolly says I like to see Nicole and Teresa showdown. I wish it was the original Teresa. I wish it was the original Teresa. I can't do this stupid blind wig thing. Lashanta says so Ever and Jada don't know each other. Nope. They still don't. They've been living in the same town for how long and they don't. It's so stupid. I can't. Darby said, did anyone see the first episode of Echo? I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna watch it tonight. Don't sit there and talk about it if you've seen it, because I ain't watched it yet. But only 5 episodes, Darby? 5 episodes. Jesus Christ. I know these shows are hard to produce, but 5 episodes? And then you call that a season? Okay. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm just like, God damn, 5 episodes. Lashanta says Audrey was dumb to think she would run Jabone. Hmm. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna watch it. I'm just like, God damn. Rules. What rules? Billy says I do feel like the OG would kill the story. I just want Brian. Yeah, I want her back as one as well. There was another show on Netflix a long time ago. I don't remember what it was called. All I know is Like they had these group of people that was stuck in this encampment or stuck in this town. And I think once they reached the age of 25 or whatever, they would die. I think it was called In Between. I think it was called In Between. And they did really short seasons, like 5 episodes. Um, um, yes. Thank you, Darby. But yeah, that was another show that only did five episodes. And it annoyed me because it's like, do you just not have faith in your project? Or are you just that cheap? Hopefully the show is good and it could just shut me up. Time will tell. No, it says I will love the confrontation with Ashley and Audrey. I wonder what gonna. Uh, I mean, I think it's nice for Audrey to stick around. Like I don't know what she actually have. Billy says some UK dramas have really short seasons like that. You're probably right. Yeah. I mean, well, you obviously are right, but I don't know, Dolly. I think I'm just so used to like regular shows that have like 20 episodes, which I feel like that is too long. But I'm used to a format like that, though. Oh, even on Netflix, you have about 8 to 10 episodes. So it takes a minute. Lashanta says, I think Tate won't make it. He sounds like he's going to do something drastic. Well, anything that winds up happening, I'm going to sit there and hold EJ kind of responsible for that. Lord B says, I'm most curious about what Ashley want to talk to Audrey about. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I'm looking at it from Audra's point of view. Audra's like, yo, listen, sis, you're the one that's derailing my plans. Like, why do I want to talk to you for? Dolly says we grew up on the 22 episode season. Yes, that's the thing, Dolly, especially for like regular television. So it takes a minute to sit there and adjust to that. Double C says the actress that plays the reporter was the OG BJ. Oh, okay. Oh, you mean the redhead? You mean the redhead woman at the funeral? Double C? No, says Albert, I don't want a love triangle between Cole, Ice Princess, Victoria, and Ashley. Well, I don't like love triangles in general, so I'll join you on that. Dory says, what if the problem isn't Tucker but Ashley herself? She has prior mental problems. Yes, exactly. They did talk about that today because she kept saying like um she was like, oh well, he's gaslighting me. But then she was like, what if it is me? I'm like, I think you need to sit there and just kind of sit on your feelings for a little bit before you confront him again. That's Lori said yes, Albert, that is the one. Oh, okay. Lori says I tried to train my brain to look at a season like a comic book arc now so I get used to shorter seasons. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dolly. I'm totally fine with a shorter season. But I don't need 22 episodes. Because there's just way too many fillers and it just feels like it just takes forever. And again, too many fillers. Five. I'm like, Dolly, 5 episodes. Like, come on, bro. You know what? I'm gonna watch the episodes. I'm gonna see if it's good and see if it's worth it. Because sometimes it does come down to quality versus quantity. Mel says, I feel like the confrontation with Brady and Nicole was just being the blame game on Tate. Yeah, exactly. Like Lashanta said, she did take it too far. Honestly, tell you the truth, in a lot of ways, I feel like they deserve each other. Nicole and Eric, Nicole and EJ deserve each other. It's really sad. I actually did like EJ up into this story. Now I can't with him. I mean, I still like his character, but he just pisses me off so much that it's like it makes me really dislike him. Eagle says, yeah, but on days EJ's getting EJ Nicole. Yeah, get EJ and Nicole off my screen. I just can't with these two clowns. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. In a lot of ways, Eagle Fang, I feel like they deserve each other. Julia says, on one hand, I get you. On one hand, we don't get fillers like back in the day. On the other hand, some stuff gets rushed. Yeah, see, and that's yes, that is perfectly said. Barbie said, I don't think Claire confrontation Jordan at this point of her um um Barbie, let me ask you a question. So let me ask you a question. Are you just kind of over because I feel like for me personally with this with Claire, this whole woe is me thing, oh, I need to push away my parents. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve that. You shouldn't have to give up. Like, I mean, Lorby, I mean, do you still have patience for Claire? I think that's what I'm pretty much asking. Really, Mel? Because I think the thing is, she already knows about the fight, though. So why would she? I don't. Okay. Every says she's saying it's Tucker's fault. It's Tucker's fault. It can always be Tucker's fault. Exactly, Darby. That's the thing. Sometimes some of it has to be her fault. See, that's the problem. Darby and these he said she said things. Lashanta said Claire is damaged. Yeah, she's getting on my goddamn nerves. I know that much. Um, Eagle fan says B&B Hope deserves what she gets with Thomas, and I'm here for it. Even her ex warned her about him. I wouldn't go that far, but Eagle fan says that Asian chick needs to get Luna gets a high powered lawyer and sue her. Yeah, I know that's what I'm looking at that too. I'm just like, that's a perfect ground. Well, it's also a Me Too moment too, if you stop and think about it, or it can turn into a Me Too moment. Let's put it that way. Lily says, I hate that none of Tay's aunts are in town because any one of them would have went off on AJ and Nicole. Belle and Carrie would have gone off, and we know Sammy would have flipped some tables. Yeah. Well, Dolly, too bad she still enjoys making those Lifetime movies or Hallmark movies. Yeah, Hallmark movies. Laura B says, I still have patience with Claire at this point. Why not, Albert? Maybe because I have sympathized with mental health. Okay. Well, I respect that. I respect that. But, I don't, yeah, that's good. I don't share in it, but I respect your opinion, respect your position. Mel says, I'm gonna make this crystal clear that AJ and Nicole marriage is going to be in trouble in paradise. Well, of course. What's good, Ronnie Ron? In paradise, once Eric and Nicole get closer with Holly, Coma and I will love when it ends. Well, I can agree with you on that. Ronnie Ron, how's the fan fiction going? Eagle Fang says, I think Victoria made the right call by making Adam and Nick CEO of the company, pretty much pushing away Victoria. If you are Victor, you take two getting along versus three. That's actually a very good point. Actually, a very good point. Jonathan, what's good, my guy? What is good? Dolly says, I wish which actress who played Carrie haven't moved to the UK in real life. I would love to see her show up as Tate lawyer. Carrie catch these hands. Brady is good for some slapping. Yeah. EJ is really testing my patience right now. I can't with this character. I like him, but I gotta call him out on his BS though. Like I gotta call him out on his BS. Like the dude's just like really pissing me off. Eagle fan says, I don't know if you've seen the first one, Albert, but we're getting a Black Dynamite 2 movie. No, I didn't see the first one, but I might watch it. Kenneth Clark is in the chat. It's been a hot minute. Duane, how you doing tonight? Um, oh, Kenneth Clark has been a minute. I see you in a lot of James live streams. Those damn Logans. Johnson says Bell could return and represent Tate. Well, yeah, you know if that happens, it's gonna be a different actress. Darby says Eric makes me so mad. Why did Eric even get married to Sloan if he can't stay away from Nicole? Sloan shouldn't be putting up with. Yeah, but you know how I can't stand either one of them. Kenneth said, I know RNG, you look great, my friend. Thank you. Thank you, Kenneth. Appreciate that. Yeah, I saw you in a couple of his live streams before. Lord B, I gotta sit there and represent Lord B. I gotta do it. Johnson says, but then again, he already has Justin representing him. Yeah, exactly. We saw how that turned out. We saw how that turned out, Jonathan. But Bell could be the new DA if and when EJ gets fired. Exactly. And then Dolly said Justin is the worst lawyer in daytime is basically a joke at this point. Oh, Dolly, do you think that Scott Baldwin is better than her? Is Scott Baldwin is better than Justin? Joanna says I saw one of your videos today. Well, okay. I mean, well, thank you for watching. Which one? Alistair says I'm putting a missing persons report with the CPS for tag. Exactly. My dude is there drinking under a damn under. My dude is drinking under a bridge at this point. No one cares about Taggart. No one asked about him or anything like that. Kenneth says, OMG, I watched GH today. I got chills to report that Angela played BJ back in the day. It was so good to see her at Bobby's funeral. I'm glad you enjoyed the episode. Big Samuel was good. Oh yes, Dwan, yes, the Grace Randall one. Them bringing up old ish, like I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, Dwan, what she said was out of pocket, but I'm like, bro, that was like a month ago. And I'm like, bro, I like Eric Reload, but like he was just so out of pocket dumb. Yo, this says as soon as I saw Justin, I just thought, yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah, it's done. Oh damn. Yo, this guy is a way better lawyer than Justin. Ron says, I still don't know either character. Well, she does reviews. You know, she's like really big. She's really big on YouTube. Let's put it this way. But she said something that was out of pocket as far as thinking two characters that are in the Marvel universe is redundant, which was ignorant on so many levels. LaShanta says, Albert, please address why Olivia hadn't reached out to her BFF and didn't come to the service. Oh, I didn't know she didn't come to the service. Well, I didn't watch the episode, so. Bobby says, I'm a bit confused on Hope and Thomas on B&B. Normally, I would respect Hope being honest with Thomas. That is not really but on the other hand, he was obsessed with her, and he might snap. Yes, Hellboy Crook Hellboy Crookman movie is coming in 2024. Hmm. Okay. One says, "I know Grace. I just don't know about the character she was discussing. She was discussing two characters. One is on What If, which is named Kohore, and the other is Echo, which is the new Marvel series. Both of them are Native American, but they're different. Like one has powers and one doesn't. And she's basically sitting there looking at the What If character and saying, well, what's the point of her and really have another Native American character? It, it'd be like Smith is saying, well, why have two black characters in the MCU? It just seems kind of stupid. It was an ignorant comment. That's what it came down to. She took two characters that have the same nationality and saying that they're redundant because, yeah. Joanne says, I think I would need Disney Plus. Not really. Not really. Because honestly, tell you the truth, regardless if you watch the character, she basically just said that two people of the same nationality isn't needed in the comic book universe. Simon says, I'm so glad Weinar had Chance and Sharon break up. You want her back with what you call it? Samuel, you want her back with Nick? Johnson says, I hope we get a release date for Superman Lois soon. RIP, yeah. I mean, Jonathan, the only thing I'm looking forward to is watching it and never watching the CW ever again. That's the only thing I look forward to. That is literally it. Mel says Albert Hellboy and a rookie agent that are stranded in 1950 and discover a small community hunted by witches. And it's coming out this year, right? Mel says I think she just wants to get the X-Men. Okay. I don't really understand what they have to do with her out of pocket comment. Debbie said there's tomorrow for Olivia to go to the funeral for her friend Carly. John says to tomorrow it will be 29 years since the CW network launched. Wow. A lot of ups and downs. Jonathan, I was actually watching a little bit of it yesterday. Beauty and the Beast. That's too many. Yeah, Sam. That's why I was that's why I said her comment was out of pocket. That's why I said her comment was out of pocket. Johnson says not the CW, the WB. No, I know what you meant. Darby says, do you ever run out of nope? Because I got a supermarket right across the street. Timmy says, yes, I want Nick and Sharon back together and keep them together. Why would you want him back? Why would you want him back with it? Why would you want her back with a cheater? Like seriously, why would you want her back with a cheater? Juan says, but have you noticed how Wanda was just yes. I can see that, Duan. But to be fair, Duan, when I watched what's the name of Dark Phoenix? When I watched Dark Phoenix, towards the end, she really kind of came across as Captain Marvel. But it made sense because they had the same power. They had the same power setting. I noticed that too. Well, says Albert, when will Jada and Everett come face to face? When the writers decide to stop playing stupid. Samuel says everybody on the soap opera has cheated. Okay. Everybody jumps. See, I can't do that as an excuse, but I'm gonna respect your comment, even though I like 100% disagree with that. Like, yeah, everyone cheats in a soap opera, but I'm still not gonna want her together with somebody who cheated on her. I'm not using everyone cheats in a soap opera as some sort of excuse. Darby says, I bet the cashier looks at you and says, nudity, yep. You know, Darby, it's actually funny. When I go to Starbucks, I get the same thing every day. So I'm pretty sure on some level they probably look at me like that too, Darby. Hell, even Dunkin' Donuts now. Big Nate. I don't know. I only watched three of the soaps. I didn't watch GH. Johnson says, I think that by the time the trafficking story on Days wraps up and Harrison leaves, that's when Jada and Everett will see each other. Well, Ron actually enjoyed it today, so I can't sit there and say it was necessarily rinse and repeat. Mel says, all right, I gotta get news that Witch Border horror movie coming back as a reboot. Oh, all right. Samuel says, Sharon and Nick have been a staple on this show. You don't watch this couple from the beginning, so you don't understand the level of admiration fans have for Sharon. You're right. I haven't watched it as long as you have, or other people have. But that's here's the thing. That's also yeah. I can't really comment on other fans. I can just comment on myself. So, but I see what you're saying, Samuel. We're gonna have to agree to disagree. Duan says, see that complicated because Marvel was in the middle of buying Fox, so they couldn't make the Dark Phoenix film that was intended. They had the same aliens. Yes, that's very true. No, but I'm not talking about the aliens. I'm talking about like the whole power set, like the whole glowing and everything like that. She looked like Captain Marvel. But to be fair, Phoenix and Captain Marvel are not that far apart as far as like the way that they use their powers a little bit. Ever since I used to work at a supermarket and order stock specifically for certain customers. Oh wow. But yeah, I can't see myself saying, man, I can't wait to Sharon gets back with that dude that cheated on her and during her time in need. It's like isn't it this thing, I want her back with a scumbag. Samuel said JH fans love Sonny and Carly together and they are worser together than Nick and Sharon have ever been. Miss Bumblebee was good. Yeah, I can't sit there and root for her to get back with somebody who cheated on her. It's like me asking to get back together with a scumbag. But you're right, Duan. You're right. You're exactly right. Nate says to answer your question, Mariah and Tessa not needed. They never have been needed since they came back for whatever reason. Yeah, it's cool. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure more people. Here's the thing, Sam. I'm pretty sure more people would agree with you. That's just my feelings towards it. But I just, I mean, because honestly, to tell you the truth, she broke up. She broke up. Samuel, I don't actually have a favorite couple, so I can't say. I can't say, my friend. Nope, can't say. But what was it? Miss Diplomacy says, who here believes that Trina and Smith are really leaving GH together temporarily? Um, I don't. I don't, Miss Bumblebee. Queen Becky D is in the chat. Simon says, "Who do you like seeing together if you can think of one?" Um, Sunny and Carly. I would sit there and say Sunny and Carly. Yeah, if I had to sit there and name something, I would sit there and say Sunny and Carly. Samuel. Yeah, that's true. I'm sure you did, Spider Quake. Sure you did. And yes, Samuel said. I mean, Johnson says Sam and Jason for me. Unfortunately, he is. Allison, at least for right now. That's how lazily they're putting it together. One says Steve Burnt with Nikki Olson. I think that's the best match for Sharon. Samuel says love Ava letting Esme getting locked up. Yeah, I'm cool with that. But no, I don't think that they're leaving together. I think something's gonna end up happening to Spencer. I don't know what, but I feel like something's gonna end up happening to Spencer. So I don't think that they're actually leaving together. Johnson says, "Do you think that Holly will clear Tate's name when she wakes up?" Yeah, I do, but I think by then the damage is already going to be done now. Simmons says, "See, I don't understand the admiration that fans have for Sonny and Carly. They are both super abusive to each other and everyone around them." That's true. W says, "Why would Trina leave right when Esme have gotten her memories back? That would defeat the purpose of getting those memories back anyway." Well, maybe something happens before they're able to leave, Darby. Juan says Ava letting Esme get locked up was comedy gold. Who are you talking to, Spider Quick? Black Mod, listen, whenever you're here, you're on time, my friend. Whenever you're here, you're on time. Juan says I like Jason and Carly as a couple. Okay, I respect that. I respect it. Hey, it's not for everyone, Spider Quick, but let's be respectful. LaShanta said Tate was a brat, but I bet he humbled now. But EJ is so messy. EJ is a. Hmm. Allison says Esme's gonna bunk with Heather, and Ish will hit the fan. Mother scorn. Darby says I think Holly will be as selfish as she always has been. Say she will leave Tate to rot in prison to save her wholesome image. Man, I'm not gonna lie. If she does that, oof, I'm gonna drag her ass into Kingdom Come. Timmy says, "I know that Jackie had passed, and I feel bad for the show, but I don't feel sorry for Carly. I have a hard time feeling sorry for Carly in any capacity." Wow, Jesus Christ. Okay, that's wow. I almost actually wish I didn't read that. Damn. Um, Ron says, "Oh, but did I miss something?" So Melinda didn't know. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Johnson says EJ is Vegeta with the power of the Lord. Yeah, unfortunately, I find it so hard for me to sit there and like him right now. Oof. Exactly. Johnny told EJ she was drinking, but EJ is just I can't with him. Firecrack says I feel sorry for Jackie, but I never like Bobby. Okay, I mean that's fine. That's fine. She's a fictional character. Mel says I got good news that Horoscope horror movie is coming May 10th, 2024. That's a group of college friends been dying in a way. Hmm, interesting. There's not a real person, but I can't stand the character. Probably one of the worst characters to ever be created. On the worst character? I mean, I know she's not a real character, but it's yeah, I know she's not a real character, but damn. But you know what? That's your feelings. I'm gonna respect it. I disagree with every sentence from start to finish, but okay. Happy night, cherry ice cream. Becky D said I had to find GH on YT today. The Seattle station had a special on because oh, okay. Well, you know, Becky D, hmm, it's a good thing sometimes they play it on YT though. That's why you sit there and watch it on there. I went there, and you need to say it in all caps tonight, huh, Spider-Quake? Simmons says EJ is trash for what he's doing to Tate. I don't like how he's abusing his power. Yeah, it's yeah, no, I mean I used to sit there and watch it on I used oh, Jesus Christ. I used to sit there and watch it on YouTube sometimes because I didn't feel like okay, Spider-Quake, let's play a game of testing my patience tonight. Let's see how well this ends. Ron says, I really can't wait for AJ to get what's coming to him. Not only will Nicole drop him, but Paulina would terminate. Yeah. I mean, that's the hopes. I mean, yeah, I'm not just saying that Drew, I don't, you can sit there and not like him, but I'm like, I'm like, do you have to sit there and put everything in all caps like you're yelling? Like, come on, bro, don't. We can do that. We can do what? We can test my patience tonight. What can we do? Hmm. Well, I'll sit there and see how. No, I just don't like the all caps thing, Spider-Core, because it seems like you're yelling and there's just no reason for that. So, how about we just not test my patience? Johnson says both EJ and Desperate Pearson will suffer and they can suffer together. Cool with that. Sammy says the baby death thing with Nicole doesn't work. If Sammy isn't in the story, Sammy needs to be there to rub it in her face about. Yeah, see, that's exactly why. That's exactly where it misses me at. Because I'm like, Nicole, you did the same thing to Sammy. So it's very hard for me to sit there and feel bad for her. It's very difficult for me to sit there and feel bad for her. I know yelling a trash true. Well, Spider Quick, if I say I don't like it and you keep doing it, let's see exactly what's going to end up happening. How about you just don't do it? Like, seriously. No, you don't like him, that's fine, but hmm. I mean, honestly, tell you what, I don't have a problem without the character. So, Johnson says, but Sammy did something similar to her sister Carrie years ago. What did she do? What did she do? I actually like the scene between RJ and Zende today because Zende did come across as kind of a scumbag. Hmm. Came across kind of as a scumbag today. Well, he is tempting me. And like I said, I'm not in the whole test of my patience thing. So who's RJ? RJ from yes, RJ from BNB. Lashanta says Zende's creepy. I wonder what's going to wind up happening. You know, I think maybe I don't think this story would have got so much backlash years prior, like years prior. But like now, it just comes across as a bit of abuse of power. You know, so that's my whole thing. Yeah, and that's the thing though. Like when I sit there and I time him out and stuff like that, then he's gonna be like, "Oh, well, I don't understand. What did I do wrong?" I'm like, "How about we not sit there and be confrontational with other people in the chat?" You know. So Simon says then they ain't wrong about how he treated RJ. RJ came out of nowhere from being a YouTuber and now he's designing dresses and ish, but Zende can't even design his own line without being sidelined. He's an actual designer. Okay, well, Spider-Quake, you made your point, so move on. Um, well, I do actually look at it this way though. Like when he was supposed to come back to save the line, when he was supposed to come back and save the line, he couldn't do it, and it took Thomas to come back and save the line. Debbie says, "What I don't like about RJ is that he doesn't carry himself like he's heiress to the castle. He's Rich Forrester's Jr." Spider-Quake, let it go. I'm not gonna sit there and keep telling you. Like I'm not. You keep going at it with Ron, I'm just gonna wind up blocking you for the night. One said, "Don't care. I'm not bothered by you." Okay, so let it go. Let it go, Spider-Quake. LaShanta said that's not RJ's fault. Eric put him in the middle. It it isn't. It isn't. That's the truth of the matter. It's not. In all reality, he should be sitting there beefing with what you call it. I mean, I get it, Spider-Quake, but you already like. I'm not going to be going back and forth, but you already got your point across, so just let it go. You know. Okay, that's fine. Mel says I got good news that it follows too. Oh, 2025. Okay. Well, I am looking forward towards that. I'm looking forward to it because I actually really enjoyed the first one. One says, "Oh man, RJ is Rich Jr. I could be sleeping. I could see him on my." Hmm? Johnson says Sammy was pregnant with Lucas. Child then slipped a pill in Austin's drink and went to bed with him and passed out her unborn child as Austin causing causing him to break. Oh wow, damn, damn, god damn. Sammy was something else back then. Um, oh, I forgot about it. I forgot about Iran. Lashanta says Albert would have Clyde messed with. I'm pretty sure that's going to wind up happening. But yeah, that would be interesting. I mean, Lashanta, that would be interesting. I mean, it'll be messed up, but Beckety says Albert, nobody wants a sister like crazy. Yeah, that's true. Sammy. Well, I mean, they call her Hurricane Sammy for a reason. Lashanta says, "What if Clyde messed with?" Yeah, I feel like that's just going to wind up happening though. I feel like that's what's going to wind up happening though. That's why I said anything that happens to Tate at this point. Zene says, I mean, Daria says Zene doesn't have a RJ problem. He has a Ridge and Brooke problem. That problem would never go away unless Zene decides to work somewhere else. Exactly. Exactly. You're 100% right. Samuel says Zende needs his parents to come and fight for him because at this point, this should be a story about how the grandkids are going to work within and not just about Rich's kids. Yeah. Spikewick says Dave suspended in GSA, but Jace didn't. Yeah, well, yeah, of course. I can see that, Samuel. I mean, I haven't watched that as long, but I can see that. Johnson says if anyone was wondering what AJ was talking about yesterday when he mentioned he was shot in the head, that was done by Sammy after he learned he had. Oh, Sydney kidnapped. Okay. Yeah, it seemed like he's been through the ringer between being shot in the head, dead. Wasn't he also burnt too? Sam says B&B has been this way. Hmm. Well, it's also been a Brooke and Rich show too. So that Crystal Lake TV prequel sequel is hopefully coming 2024 with Jason Voorhees, which is going to cover this before Jason. Hmm. And after Jason. The Shanta says Forrester is a family company. RJ been fair, but Zende's taking it too far. Johnson said JJ wasn't burnt alive. That's something that happened to Stefano back in the day. Oh, so Jonathan, okay, so but wasn't Xander also taking care of VJ though? So what was that about? Was that when he got shot in the head? Allison says anyone knows when Jason's returning. I would probably say maybe a month. I would give it a month. I would give it a month because yeah, I would give it a month. Well, says the problem is not like Neil on YNR. Zende is just as much Forrester as RJ. They were both adopted. Oh, Mars, thank you, Lashanta. Hmm. Yeah, I never actually watched the first Orphan movie. Um, but I mean, if I ever do, then I'll watch the third one. Simmons says I don't even like um on Kanye Big as Rich. He doesn't even play the character right. Thank you, Blackmon. Thank you. Yes, I have no idea where we are with the legs. Blackmon, let me check the likes. Thank you. Yes, make sure you hit the likes. I appreciate that, Blackmon. Thank you for letting people know. Ron says if Stefan had to choose who she's gonna choose. I don't know. I'm not really. I don't really like Stephanie as a character. So okay, so we got 21 likes and we got 35 people in the chat. So if you are joining the stream, hit the like button. It really does help. Johnson says when Xander took care of EJ, that was from after one of Clyde men shot him and he was presumed. Oh, okay. February, okay, Spider-Quake. Xander says when a person has been sidelined, how is Xander supposed to respond? Nobody listens to him. I need for someone to take Forrester to task and win a percentage of the company and start their own line. Yes, exactly. Make sure you do help. Make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. Thank you. And it gets new people to your channel. It really does. Dave says I will be in and out of your live. Okay. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Becky King. It really does. It really does actually help. We got some new people in here. So Ron says Albert Dollar Bill needs to play dirty and get some for FC shares and take it away. Okay, that's I don't even know what to say to that comment. Okay, so it'll be June or July. Okay. Thanks. Thank you, Mel. Um, Justice says, what if a rival fashion company arrived in the B&B with a black family and Zendy decides to join it to retaliate against his family? I feel like, you know what? I feel like that would be problematic. Like, optics wise, I feel like that would be problematic. Anthony, how are you doing? I'm doing good. How are you doing? I still got to finish watching the rest of your video. So I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm doing good though. How are you doing, Anthony? Juwan says Bill tried that and Steffi took it back. That's exactly what I was going to say. I was like, optics wise. Oh, Jonathan, did you get a chance to watch Eric's Reload's video with talking about Grace Randolph? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to point at you, but did you watch it? Lashanta says RJ has humbled Sunday, but he's acting spoiled, using Luna to back up, losing using Luna to get back at RJ. He didn't like when Paris hooked up with Carter. Oh, what you thought of it? What did you thought of it, Jonathan? What did you thought of that video? I'm very curious because I know we both watch him. Mel says everyone has to remember that Zendy is a Forester as well as RJ is a Forester in Logan's. One says I look for it. Eric Reload. Yeah, I mean, watch the video when you get a chance. Watch the video when you get a chance. I just felt like it was like, bro, this was like a month ago. Why are we sitting there? Why are we bringing up old ish? I understand that another actress talked about her, but I'm like, it happened over a month ago. You know, like focus on your channel. Okay, all right. Well, don't tell me much about it though, because I didn't get. I'm gonna watch it tonight. Happening. We can talk about it. I mean, not really, Mel. I'm not excited, but I'm kind of in the middle about it. You know, I'll see what he can do, and if he's actually a good character, that's cool. If not, then but I'll take it one episode at a time. Johnson says, "What was Grace? What was what was Grace said was unfortunate, but I don't think she intended to offend anyone." And subscribe to her as well. Yeah, that's what I was going to sit there and say. It was out of pocket, but I don't think it was the worst thing that she's ever said. Duane Grace is kind of controversial. I don't know why. See, I would sit there and say it's probably a blonde moment, like, you know, but like Jonathan said, it wasn't like she intended to um go out of her way to offend someone. How will Curtis get his fake cure, rise up and walk again? How you doing, Crystal? Let's hope 2024 Jason Return is better than 2017 Return, which was super good. I know, I see Spider-Quake, I see. And, I agree with that Spider-Quake. I mean, I was cool when he returned in 2017, but I know a lot of people were not. And the thing is, this isn't the first time that they used like somebody being paralyzed and they couldn't walk for a little bit until they were able to magically walk. Somebody couldn't see again until they did some sort of surgery so they can see again. It's been a soap opera trope for a while. Johnson says now to Eric's defense, it's not so much that he isn't focused on his channel because that's exactly what he's doing, but because of so much of the Arrowverse is gone, there's not enough for him to cover. Hmm. I mean, the thing is, Jonathan, when I said that about Eric's Reload's channel, I didn't sit there and say it to be mean, but certain things that he's doing is like the whole stuff with Grace Randall, the whole stuff with Eric July. It's like, bro, yeah, he says some out of pocket stuff, but here's the thing: I don't have to watch his channel. I don't have to sit there and watch Grace Randall's channel. I'm going to watch her channel, but I'm saying if it bothers me, yeah, exactly. If it bothers me, and I'm not gonna watch it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very torn about it. Because part of me, the thing is, Jonathan, part of me wants to defend him, but the other part of me wants to sit there and call him out. You know, it's like I know that he's focused on his channel, but it's like Johnson says we should probably leave it right there. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm very split in the middle about it. Lashanta says Willow was late. I thought she wasn't coming. I was going to talk about her. I wasn't going to. Hmm? Okay, maybe I missed something. W says, I find it ironic that in the last big adventure on GH, Curtis was the big hero, but Drew took most of the credit, and Curtis took a bullet to the spine for his reward. Makes you think. I don't get it, but okay. Um, it seems like I did miss some stuff, but I can always sit there and just go to the recaps or maybe watch. Hmm, am I gonna sit there and watch Brock TV? Maybe I'll watch. Maybe tonight I'll actually watch Brock TV's channel. It's time to change those. Let's see how long this takes. Darby says, "How do you know it wasn't Drew that shot Curtis?" Now that fan fiction is sounding a lot like Ron's. OUPOS. Darby says, "Okay, but so." I mean, yeah, that's like Ron talking about how Sheila's gonna have a baby, and you know, let him get started with that stuff. Exactly. I was like, you gonna start sounding like what you call it? You're gonna start sounding like Ron at this point. Exactly. Tiger to whom? Tiger to whom? Is Trina's so-called forever dad. Johnson says so at the end of GH Day is said to be continued. That means that the story rolling, the loss of Bob will continue with Carly going overseas tomorrow. I just, I mean, that's totally fine. I just hope it's not as super sad as it was today. Where he says so-called friends can turn on you at a dime in real life. That's true. What's Nina's fault? What's Nina's fault? What's Nina's fault? Well, she lost her family. She lost Willow and she lost access to the grandchildren because of her. So in that sense, yeah, it was Nina's fault. I wouldn't go that far, but you know, Willow's gonna forgive Nina. I mean, eventually, yes, by the quake, but the point is that is her fault. let's be very clear. As much as I like Nina, I gotta sit there and give the same energy to Nina that I've been giving to Carly. Okay. she did this out of impulse, and she didn't sit there and think about the consequences that was going to sit there and befall on her. You know, she knew doing that was gonna mess up that relationship, but she was so hell bent on getting back at Carly that she had television. So her sitting up there crying in tears and stuff like that. Nah, that's on her. Yeah, you're right, Spider Quake. They should have never committed a crime. But does Nina not actually have a brain? Johnson says Jason is returning, and in the words of Taggart, angry. Yes. Darby says Albert cooking that day is Nina's fault. No, that was Mrs. J's fault. As Allison said, yeah, the TBC at the end of the show. Oh, had me scratch my head. Isn't so. That's very true. That's very true, Allison. But yeah, that's on Nina. That's on Nina. She sabotaged her own relationship. You know. So that's something I will sit there and put on Nina. Um, Harley did commit the crime, so she had nobody to blame except for herself. But Boo Boo losing her family, that's on Nina. She could have chose to keep her damn mouth shut. I mean, I don't. Well, okay, that's cool, Dewan. It was really funny. In the beginning of last year, I was really going hard on Nina. Towards the end of last year, I started going hard on Carly. What's good, Justin? Johnson says now that Audra is distancing herself from Tucker, who does he have in his corner now? It seems like nobody. Douglas says stop. Witness blaming Albert. Mel says I did not like the way Teresa first was pushing Eric to talk to Nicole. Well, I understood why she did it. You know that. Well, I'm telling you, like will pop up. Damn, story Luke. I mean, here's the thing. I didn't actually watch today's episode, but it would have been fitting for Luke to come back. Even if he would have came back as a ghost, as a spirit, he should have came back. One says Albert saw Laura Wright on a pole. You damn right I saw Laura Wright on a pole. Damn right. You damn right, Duan. It was great. It was good. I gotta sit there and find it again. Johnson says it had been speculated that Tucker and Phyllis may. Oh, okay. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's true, Laura B. I'm just saying, like, it would have been fitting, but Justin says GH fans say that Ava can't judge Esme and throw stones at her at the interrogation room when she did worse as her by switching Morgan's pills and killing. Yeah, that's very true though. No, I didn't, Dave. I didn't watch it today. I did not. But see, and that's the thing, Justin. It wasn't just that she did that. She also killed Connie in cold blood. She literally shot this woman to death. That's okay. So I'm not even sitting there arguing with you for. Um, but yeah, she shot her in cold blood. Like she literally sat there and shot this woman to protect Julian's secret. But yet she wants to sit there and try to crucify Esme? Get the F up out of here. That's the thing that's just so like out of pocket. Yeah, you're right, Spider Quick. Let's blame the victim. Let's start victim blaming now. Lobby says, in my opinion, Ava was vengeful for Trina and her friends. She didn't mention herself. I get that, Laura B, but like I said, I mean, I do understand her trying to get justice for Trina, but okay, Spike Quick. Like I said, we're gonna agree to disagree. Um, Yuan says Esme crime was laughable. It was because she did commit those crimes. My whole thing is, Ava, you shot somebody in cold blood. Let's not sit there and try to act. Let's not sit there and start talking about um oh, she has to go to jail for paying for her crimes. I'm like, but you shot somebody in cold blood. Like, seriously. You did that, you switched Morgan's pills. Like, nah, you can miss me with that. LaShanta says if Phyllis hooked up with Tucker, I'm done because she's supposed to be doing right. Laura B says not that I can argue Ava's crimes. There are some exactly. Exactly. And that's the thing that had me so split about that. It was a broken window and a glove left behind. Yeah. Exactly. It's not Ava's supposed to be in jail right now. I'm like, boo boo, you shot this woman in cold blood. You shot her in cold blood. Like, come on, get out of here with that. Danny Christine's relationship is that she does not know when to stop. Yeah, I honestly tell you the truth, Danny's a scumbag, and both of those two are idiots. So Johnson says, "Do you think Tucker will succeed or fail?" Jonathan, I want him to succeed for drama, but I don't think he will. I don't think he will. I want him to for drama purposes, but I don't think he will. That's the sad part, Jonathan. Lashanta says why Cyrus didn't snitch on Ava, he made Nina come clean. Johnson says, and Jay's fans say Ava can't judge Esme about banging her mom's Nick when she did the same thing to her daughter's boyfriend, Morgan. But let me remind you that Kiki left Morgan for Michael. Totally forgot about that. Very, very true, Justin. Very true. But yeah, that's very true. Yep. And I honestly tell you again, Laura's if we all just sit there and admit Laura's an idiot for just so many different reasons, Laura's an idiot for so many different reasons, and trying to use the mom card, which is like, are you kidding me? But she's a mother. So, like, when she was evil Esme, uh, I don't know if she lost the memories. Honestly, tell you, I don't even remember. It's been so long ago, I don't even remember. Allison says, has anyone in GH not banged or had a kid with another character? Has anyone on GH not banged? or had a kid with another character. Yeah, that's exactly why I like you said, thank you, Albert. Laura has taken leave. Yeah. That's why I was like, I can't even with Laura at this point. Laura's been too soft. Well, that's one word for it. I mean, Laura, it's his opinion. I'm going to disagree on that. Laura, Johnson says Esme is the Ez monster. Yeah, I mean, she did some bad things, and it's not like she really paid for her crimes. But it's one of those things where it's like Ava's not there saying like, "Oh, paying for crimes." Is like, well, I don't know exactly if you're in a position to be judging other people. Just saying. I listen to the side, but hearing all these old relationships makes me laugh. Yeah, what else actually wound up happening? I think I kind of talked a lot about days, and well, we still didn't get Deacon and Sheila. I know Rhonda's always not talking about them having a baby, but it's almost like they just what are they doing with the characters at this point? I know they're gonna come back, but then Hope is just that they're just playing with this man's heart. Thomas is so far up Hope's. LaShanta says, Albert, do you remember? No, I never watched All My Children. LaShanta is punishing them for losing Ashley, and he hates. Well, yeah, of course, Mal. That's what Audra said. No, Becky says, I bet now Esme tried to pay Laura back for her going to jail. Yeah, she is the old Esme. I mean, she does have the memories. Darby says, how many people has Phyllis blackmailed in her life? 100. Yeah, Phyllis is a piece of work. Justin says, Duan said, Thomas is so far. Well, you know damn well what I'm talking about, Duan. Justin says, I don't like Esme either, but I know Ava was a bit hypocritical, throwing stones in her glass house to Esme in that interrogation room. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, boo, you literally shot a woman in cold blood. You don't have room to sit there and talk about paying for crimes. I get that she lost Trina like a daughter, and I understand her reason for her one to sit there and send her to jail. I'm like, boo, you should be in a jail cell right next to her. You should be in a jail cell right next to her. And hell, I don't even know if switching pills. I don't even know if what she did to Morgan is a jailable offense, but if it is, she should be going to jail for that too. She should be going to jail for that as well. So that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. Shanta said, I said Ava already had made up her mind. She did it for Nick. Hmm. Dawn says no because Ava didn't actually poison Morgan. No, but she switched the pills though. She switched his pills around, made him thinking that he was taking the real stuff, and all the stuff that wound up happening was as a result of her switching his pills. So, no, how is it, Jonathan? As long as it's a series I want to sit there and get to, but how is it though, Jonathan? I heard good things. Becky D says our Ava has been in jail, been burnt, been blackmailed. She's been through some stuff too. I get that, Becky D, and that's something that James said, but I get stuff happen. I understand. Johnson says it's interesting. Okay, I get that stuff happened to her, right? And if we're going on that, the balancing scale with Esme, nothing bad really happened to her, and this is why they want her to go to jail for. This is why they want her to go to jail. But I'm like, she's not in a position. My whole thing is she's not in a position to sit there and start judging other people's crimes and talking about paying for them. And she shot a woman in cold blood. It's like you have dirt under your fingers as well, you know? So you really shouldn't be that high and mighty as far as somebody should be paying for their crimes. That's all. That's how I look at it. But I see your point, Becky D. Johnson says, and coming soon is That Boy Detective. Hmm. Is that going to be on Netflix also, Jonathan? That five swing horror movie coming out January 5th, talking about a night swim. Okay. Well, now if it has a preview for, I'll check it out. Alistair says Nicholas will totally go for Ace and War with Spencer. It's also based on a comic series from DC. It's just one of those things where it's like I would definitely like if I had the time, I would definitely love to get to it. It's like I have this long list of stuff that I gotta sit there and catch up to first, before I could really check out anything new. But it sounds interesting though. Becky said that's true, but who among us is 100% innocent? Yeah, I get it. I get it, Becky G. I do. Morby says it's his unless they want to make it otherwise. I mean, like I said, I get what you're saying, Becky D. I don't know. I guess part of me is still just going to have. Absolutely, Jonathan. Absolutely, Wolfpack is on my watch list. That's something I'm going to sit there and try to make time to watch. I mean, I'm going to try to make time to watch the other stuff as well, but yes, definitely that, Jonathan. Definitely that. Debbie says, why does Nicholas need revenge on Esme? He got Esme pregnant, he kidnapped Esme, he had her locked up in a tower, but Nicholas needs to get revenge on Esme. Why he's the bad. Exactly. That's actually a very good point, Darby. Very effing good point. Joanne said it could have been an act for Esme. She might not have wanted to be a mother and Spencer breaking her neck. Hmm. Yeah, Laurie, I said the same thing. Same thing. Has a point. My guy has a point. Get her praise and lick her. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We get kind of spicy tonight. Ah, okay. That's. I know what you. Okay, all right. I'm still looking at that first effort. No simple. I didn't bang my son, girlfriend, get her preg, and lick her up. Okay. That's amazing. One letter could just change. One letter can literally change a whole sentence. Morby says nobody knows Nicholas is alive except Ava. Maybe he plans to take Ace away before anyone knows. Goddamn right I am, Alyssa. I mean, you goddamn right I am, Allison. You goddamn right I am. Sure. I got nothing to say. I got nothing to say except that you goddamn right, Lord B. I am. I am. Come on, Lord B. Don't tell me you didn't sit there and look at that sentence and be like, even for a hot minute, you know damn well you looked at that sentence and be like, having to. LaShanta says exactly, but she won't tell Sonny he's back. I won't help her. Yeah, it is very true, Darby. She is very fabulous and very beautiful, by the way. That's the thing, Allison. You're not just fabulous; you're beautiful as well. Very, very, very. Sorry, I meant to say back in town. You're right. Laura and Kevin know from the. You're right. They do. Nope. Sorry, Allison. Can't do that. We both know it's true, so I'm gonna sit there and state it. I gotta state facts. Husband was crying to Laura. You said I wouldn't be charged. Yeah. And Laura's like, oh my God, honey. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, honey. Yeah, that's gonna make her feel better. Yeah, that's gonna make her feel better. Keep calling her honey all the way until she gets to the jail cell. That'll make her feel better. Mm-hmm. Okay. Solomon. Hey everyone, can't stay long, but I thought I'll stop by to say no Mariah&Tessa from why I know it's not needed. They're just to show token. Well, I was gonna be a little more subtle and sit there and say they're there for that. Duan, that's my favorite show. So absolutely yes, Duan. I have seen that show. I love that show. Um, yes, Duan. I love that show. And I missed that show. uh, and I love Legacy season 4. And I hate the CW for canceling it. And I'm gonna stop my rant now. But that's the thing though, it feels like that's what they're there for. Solomon. They get him in an episode, and it's about goddamn Sharon. It's about Sharon. Like, are you kidding me? Allison said, "Y'all been awesome, but I gotta go play some VR poker and take folks chips for my." All right, have a good night, Allison. It was amazing to see you. Duane says, "I wonder if I should purchase that show, the originals." I would. I loved it. Here's the thing, Duane. You're gonna like the show. You're going to like the show. Duane, did you ever see the Vampire Diaries? I'm very curious about that. Dory says, as a black man, I have no shame admitting I've never seen The Wire. Well, they always talk about how The Wire is like the best show ever. The Wire and Breaking Bad. LaShanta says Ava's too low down. That's why I don't have no sympathy for her. Can't wait until Sonny finds out she knew about Nina. Carly's been decent to her. Hmm. Hmm. What the? Boss says I thought the vampires. No. No, the Vampire Diaries is not like Buffy. It is not like Buffy. I mean, well, I would sit there and say watch it first. I would sit there and say watch it first. But like I said, I love the originals. Billy says I've seen the complete Soprano series a few times over. I tried to watch that show. I tried to watch that show. It just didn't. After the first episode, maybe because I was also a kid when it came on. Yeah, I love that show, LaShanta. I got good news that show is on Netflix. I wonder if it's all the seasons though, because I know they started taking off some stuff. So, um, but yeah, I tried to watch. I mean, granted, I was a kid, so maybe I don't know. It just didn't work for me. It's actually really amazing. If it wasn't for Twilight, I don't think that show would have been as popular though. That's the thing. Dave says I've been think that I know you said that Jason will return this week, but think about it. Carly and Felicia are going to Amsterdam. Wouldn't that be a perfect? I mean, yes, but I don't like timing wise. Like if they do it, it'll be a surprise. But seeing how he just finished Salem not that long ago, he just finished being on Days. I don't know. I don't know if they would have enough time to sit there and put him on the show so soon. Donna says, I just saw a few clips of Vampire Diaries. What got me thinking about the originals is I saw an episode of the interview with the vampires. Yeah, I would definitely sit there and I would definitely recommend you watch the Vampire Diaries. I would. I don't recommend a lot of shows, but I would recommend you watch that show. Like for me, Duane, I look at it this way. I appreciate watching the originals more because I watched the Vampire Diaries. It's kind of like watching Dragon Ball Z before you watch Dragon Ball Super. You kind of appreciate it a little bit more when certain characters come back a little bit. So, but yeah, I would say watch the Vampire Diaries first. Have a good night, Dave. Someone says, I'm sorry, but what's the point of having them on YNR if you're not interested in them? Now, but I know you weren't watching them, but Mariah used to date men, and then all of a sudden she dated Tessa. No, no, I know, Solomon. I get what you're saying. I do. I do. I don't like the idea. Um. Oh, they're filming now, Lashanta. Yeah, I get it. I don't like the idea that they're using them as a check mark. They're using them as a check mark. I'm not a fan of that. So I get what you're saying. That's my whole thing. Like, if you're not going to actually put them in it, there's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no point. So trust me, I do get it. That's why I put up the if they really need it, because I don't feel like they are. I mean, don't get me wrong. Any character, they can give them a good story. They just don't, or they won't. Like, they could have gave Taylor a good story, but they didn't. So they just said, and it sucks. I'm not a huge fan of Taylor, but like, I know that they could have used her. Well said. True, I guess Mariah and Tess are bisexual. Tess was with Noah at first. Yeah, like I said, they can use her. They can use them. But think about it. It's January. They just got Mariah and Tess back, and the first thing that they use her for is to prop up a Sharon storyline. Like, really? You couldn't give them their own thing? Their first use is to prop up another. Like, I don't know. That's why whenever I saw Mariah and Tess, it's like all their episodes, like every episode that they were in so far, just seemed like it was a waste. And then when he did have a storyline for them, most of the stuff happened off screen, and this is important stuff. The birth of their child, meeting the mother. We didn't even sit there and meet the damn mother. Lashanta said Mariah played her part good. Dawn says you can't really be a fan of Taylor. They really used her. I mean, I know people that were fans of her, but my point is that, like you said, they used Taylor to prop up Brooke and Rich. That's what they did that for. She just came in there to be a loving, to be a rival. And I understand certain characters, not they always sit there and say not every character could be front and burner. But I mean, damn, a character has been on the show long enough. I don't know, Spider Quick. But we're moving past that though. Oh, Chikara's in your other profile. How you doing today or tonight? Chikara's, I remember you saying a while ago that you was thinking about doing other content besides soaps. Are you still planning on doing that? Alright, Spider Craig is not that big of a deal. Um, this is the part where we say we just move on and let it go. Have a good night, Lord B. Okay, your messages are becoming kind of creepy. But yeah, that's the plan. Okay. Well, Jakar, I look forward to sit there and see what you're gonna do. Oh, I get it. It's just I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Like, yeah, okay. Luana says Taylor was just like one of my favorite characters on Star Trek. Guy, you would get a little feel for the character. It might be a year before you see them again. Yeah. Actually, no, Darby, that's his other profile. He has two YouTube accounts. I saw that, LaShawn. I was like, bro, are you serious? Yeah, no, Darby, no, he has two different accounts. But he said he was gonna start doing some different content besides soap opera stuff. So I'm very curious to sit there and see what he has cooking. I mean, I'm trying other different content as well. Yeah, I'm still doing the soap stuff, but I am trying other content as well. So Taylor might be the new Brenda. Hmm, maybe, maybe. Duan says, "Oh, I love that show, Duan. I love that show, Supernatural. That was my show. That was my show back then, Supernatural." Solomon says, "It really is prehistoric, though, that in 2024, the writing for Warner is afraid to write for one of the show's first lesbians, all because of 27 years of Facebook grannies sitting at home whining." Yeah, I agree. I agree. I totally agree with that, Solomon. That's the thing. I'm like, if you're not gonna sit there, see, that's my whole thing. I mean, they're cool. We're just coming in for a little bit, getting a paycheck. They got other things going on, so I guess it works. But yeah, they did, Lashante, and they had Snooki on there as well from Jersey Shore. They had Snooki on, but even with that being said, it was still good. I think they should have ended after season 5. Hmm. A lot of people said that. The voice says they said Taylor was coming to GH to recast Brenda a while back. Yeah, that sounds like a rumor, but I don't know. I don't see them doing that. I don't see them doing that. I'm just like, because I look at it as like if they're not going to get back the original, if they're not going to get back the original Brenda, and I don't know if they should do it. Yeah, that's right. Lashonta's Supernatural is my show. It's so crazy too, because when I first watched it, it didn't take. It's funny. I started watching it season 5, right? I started watching the show late. I came in season 5, and then I got Netflix, and I went back to watch the other seasons. Yeah, like I said, it was good. Like I said, I started watching the season 5, and I went back, and I was like, Krista Alla. Jody says Albert Wears Batwoman and Robin, aka Jess, and well, Jess is probably doing grown folks business, and I'm pretty sure Kyrus is probably busy with schoolwork. Darby, because I know he was talking about that on his live stream. Happy night, Lashanta. Hmm, I don't know, Duan. It's kind of old at this point to sit there and talk about like old, like even like Smallville. You know, I think the most I'll probably do is maybe talk about the Arrowverse shows, but I don't think a lot of people are really interested in like old content. That's why I was surprised that people actually watched my retro review of The Bold and the Beautiful. Yes, exactly. Travois or Travoy. Okay, but I'm going to put up the Johnson says if we get new content that are geared shows, maybe you could review them. Maybe, maybe. I wouldn't rule it out, Jonathan. I would not rule it out. I'll say that much. I would not rule it out. Because like I said, I am sitting there thinking about doing other content as well. That's very true. Johnson says, remember, Duane said, remember Jason Ackles on Smallville? Yes, I remember that. Exactly. He was, and then the character was going out with Lana Lane, even though he was a gym teacher and she, she was, um, she was a high schooler. Um, I don't know. I don't think that's off the table. I mean, if anything, Jonathan, I think maybe I may do like if I did something like that, I'll do maybe the first two episodes. Um, Jonathan, and if it made sense numbers wise, then I'll probably keep going. It really depends. And I mean, granted, Jonathan, a lot of stuff is competition, but it's one of those things where it's like because there's so many other people out there reviewing nerd culture and stuff like that. It's like Justin says that's probably the only CW show you end up reviewing it. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, Duane, it was just so weird. Now Dean is on The Boys. I love The Boys. I and that's very true, Duane. It's so weird that they're watching Dean curse though. It's so weird watching Dean like curse and like smoke and stuff like that. It's so like Jensen Ackles. It's so weird. And you're exactly right, Jonathan. That would actually be the only one that Solomon says, "Oh, and speaking of Mariah&Tessa, I don't understand why would they give Sharon a standalone episode when she doesn't get her own stories outside of men." Yeah, it is. It was a little kind of. I just didn't like the fact that they came on there just to prop up another character. It's like you can't be bothered to give them their own story. Johnson says Homelander's world's greatest supervillain. Oh, I love Homelander. Becky G says, "Oh, Will, the cold is coming, y'all. It'll be to you by the weekend. Will, the cold is coming, y'all. It'll be to you by the weekend. It's supposed to be the 19th. Oh, 19th. Oh, wow. It's cold." Mel says, "I wish that Steve can be two different characters like Robin." Um, hmm, I have to think about that. I don't know. I mean, I know you don't watch General Hospital and stuff like that, so I don't think that you understand how many people are excited that Steve is actually going back to General. You know? Yeah, I know, Becky D. It's cold weather is coming. Oh, the boys is the boys supposed to come out this This year, right? I know Cobra Kai is supposed to be coming out this year too. What? Hmm, that's all right. Johnson says, "What's more creative that have a what's more creative than have a bad guy masquerading as a superhero while doing villainous things behind the scenes?" Yeah, Homelander is an amazing character. I gotta sit there and say, like, it's like whenever he's in a room, he just makes people so nervous and uncomfortable. Like that speaks volumes for the. And honestly, tell you, the truth, Jonathan, he's worse in the comics. Have a nice Solomon. No says I forgot Emily O'Brien as Gwen and Teresa Blake as Nick and yeah, no, they all play different characters. That's true. It's the Q. I don't know who the Q is. Have a night, Dave. Well, as fun as this actually has been, I'm gonna sit there and end the live stream here, but I do want to thank everyone for joining. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Every single one of y'all. So yes, I do want to thank everyone for joining. I will see y'all tomorrow. And thank you. So yes. Have a good night, Dave. Have a good night, Queen Becky D. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Duan. Justice says and Kyle Lohner played both Brady and Rex. Oh, I didn't know that. But have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Queen Becky D. Yes, join us for another edition of Soul Chat with Apple Bostic. Thank you, Jonathan. You have a great night. Have a good night, Duan, Darby, um, Spiderquake, LaShanta. Yes. And make sure you do hit the like button on the way out because it really does actually help. Like it seriously does. It. Oh, Q from Star Trek. Oh, that's always like the Q. I was like, I think if you would said from Star Trek, it would have hit me. Have a good night, Tracy Steves. Have a good night, Duan. Have a good night. Um, it was good to see you again, Tracy Steves. Somebody else. Oh, have a good night, Justin. Have a good night, Queen of the South. And if I missed you, you know who you are. And I will see you tomorrow. Laters.